Hey YouTube subscribers, how y'all doing tonight? It's your boy MG5 back again with another sports video. And hey y'all, whoo, hey, tonight we gotta talk about boxing. You know what I mean? We have a big pay-per-view going down tomorrow night. We have some big fights and is going down, y'all. You know, live in Las Vegas, Nevada, Saturday night. It's gonna be lit. Hey man, there's gonna be fireworks, and I truly can't wait for these fights. And y'all know what fights I'm talking about, man. Y'all know what fights I'm talking about, you know, and I truly can't wait. Come on, man. Hey, especially for that main event, David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. Whoo, come on, man. That's a big fight right there. That's a true 50-50 fight, and I can't wait for that one. And even the co-main event, well, we'll see about the co-main event. You know, Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez Jr. You know, Charlo missing weight, so I don't know too much about that. What's gonna happen, if that fight's still gonna happen? This dude missed weight, and you know, we'll see what's up. But y'all already know how we do things around here. I'm definitely gonna give y'all my thoughts, my breakdown, and my final fight predictions on the main event. And we may talk about the co-main event. I don't know, man. We'll see. You know, Charlo missed weight, and you know, that's pretty tough right there. But anyways, let's get straight into it, y'all. And I just want to say, before we start, you know, happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all all had a good day yesterday and enjoyed the holiday with y'all family and loved ones, and y'all all had a great time. You know what I mean? And hey, maybe some of y'all kick back to watch some football, but if not, I just hope all of y'all had a good time. And yeah, man, let's get straight into it. You know, hey, we got a big fight going down tomorrow night, the main event for the interim WBC title. David Benavidez putting his title on the line versus Demetrius Andrade. Hey man, what I like about this fight is it's a true 50-50 fight, and both of these fighters are two of the most avoided fighters, man, at their weight classes. You know, I know Demetrius moving up. He was avoided at 160 and 154. Nobody really wanted to make a big fight with him. And we can say the same thing for Benavidez at 168. No one truly wants to make a big fight with him. So both of these fighters were you know what I mean? They were both avoided, and hey, they got their nicknames for a reason. You know, David Benavidez, the Mexican Monster, and then Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo. You know what I mean? Hey, they're avoided for a reason, and they have those nicknames for a reason. So I like this fight. You look at Demetrius Andrade, he's won belts in two different divisions, you know, a 2-division champion, 154 and 160. Now he's fighting at 168. You know, when you look at him, man, the background that he has, the experience, you know, winning medals, representing for the Olympics and stuff like that, he has a good background when it comes to boxing and fighting. So, you know, I think Andre definitely has the experience, and he probably is the best fighter that David Benavidez has seen. But that's vice versa too. You know, I don't think Andre has fought a guy like David Benavidez, you know, with that type of power, the explosiveness, the youth. So it's going to be a great fight, you know, a true 50-50 fight. You know, I give Andre the experience, but I give the activity to David Benavidez. You know, Andrade, he's only fought like once in the past 2 years. And when you look at David Benavidez, he's already fought 3 times. So I do think being inactive could be a problem in this bout, but we will see. And the age difference. You know, Andrade is 35 years old compared to David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? who's 26 years old. And, they kind of been around the same bouts. Andre, like I said, 32-0, 19 knockouts. He has the experience. And you look at David Benavidez, 27-0, 23 knockouts. So they kind of have the same amount of fights, even though there's a big gap in their age. But hey, man, it's going to be a great fight. And when I look at the skill set, I don't really see a gap in their skill set. Now, if we're just talking about boxing, like tic tac for tic tac, just boxing, like I hit you and you don't hit me, Andre does have that. He has that advantage over David Benavidez. I do think he's a better boxer than him, just pure boxing. But, this is a fight, man. This is a fight. And we all know they're going into the ring to hurt each other, to knock each other out, to knock their batteries out. You know what I mean? This is the hurt business. So, hey, man, they going into that ring to put a beating on each other. So, just tic-tac for tic-tac, though, I do think Demetrius is a better boxer. But does that mean he's a better fighter? I don't know, man. When we look at the advantages that these fighters have, when you look at Demetrius Andrade, I do think he has the experience. I think he has the better jab. He will be the quicker fighter. I think the better footwork, his movement, and the counter punching, and he is awkward. He throws punches from different angles, and he is awkward. You know what I'm saying? He is awkward. So I think for Andrade, those are some of the advantages that he has in this fight. And when you look at the advantages for David Benavidez, I think just being the natural, bigger, stronger guy, having more power, the gas tank, the volume of punches, fighting at a high pace, things like that. Those are the advantages that I would give to David Benavidez, man. Even the combinations going to the body and then coming up top, the flurry of combinations, you know what I'm saying? So I think both of them, they have their advantages. I just think, can David Benavidez cut off the ring against a smooth, awkward boxer like Andre? He's going to be slick in the ring, man. And I think it comes down to a few factors in this fight. I think one, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, and I think it all comes down to this. I'm going to be real. I think it's more on Demetrius Andrade's side than it is for David Benavidez. For David Benavidez, I think the only thing is for him, can he deal with the awkwardness and the movement, and can he cut off the ring? That's the only thing. But I think this fight comes down to these factors right here, and they're all on Demetrius' side. Can Demetrius control the pace of this fight? You know what I mean? David Benavidez loves the fight at a high, fast pace. Andrade, he controls the pace with his movement, his footwork, and his jab and his counterpunching. Can he control the pace of this fight? To where it's not a high, fast pace, to where it's where it could be slow or it can be somewhere in the mid. You know what I mean? Can he control the pace of this fight, and can he control the range? I think those two things are very important. And does he have the gas tank? Does he have the gas tank to go 12 rounds and to deal with that pressure mentally and physically that David Benavidez is going to put on him? These are questions that I think, we're going to see throughout the fight. And then the last but not least, does he have the power to keep David off of him? Because there's going to be a point of this fight where, I think Demetrius, his movement, his slickness, all of that's going to work. But there's going to be a point where they're going to be standing right in front of each other. As the fight goes on and they hit those dog rounds, round 9 through 12, I love to call rounds 9 through 12. I love to call that the dog rounds. When they hit those dog rounds, man, I just think it's going to be different. The body punches are going to slow Demetrius down, the high pace, fighting like that the whole time. Does he have the power to keep David off of him or to make David respect something coming back? He is a great counterpuncher, so we will see. And with those three factors right there, You know what I mean? Like I said, I do think it comes down to Demetrius Andrade. He does have the skill set to win this fight. He can definitely win by decision, but can he, you know what I mean? Can he control the pace with his jab and his movement? And does he have the gas tank to go 12 rounds to deal with the mental and physical pressure of David Benavidez? Because he's going to have to take some shots. He's going to have to take some shots. And, does he have the power to keep David off of him? Because I think for David Benavidez, man, the way he fights, he's not the best pure boxer, but, hey, man, when you have a gas tank like that and he throws them volume of punches with that power and the combinations, he does not stop. He just walks forward. He's the Mexican monster for a reason. So, it's going to be a great fight. And honestly, I think the first half of the fight, Demetrius will win. You know what I mean? He will win the first half of the fight. But the second half of the fight, can he win the second half of the fight or keep David off of him? We will see. He does have the skill set to win this fight. But thinking about it, my final fight predictions for this one, I think I'm going to go split decision. And I'm going to go with David Benavidez winning this fight. Yeah, I'm going to go with him. David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, winning this fight by split decision. I think he'll get a couple knockdowns late, and that'll give him the edge. But, hey, man, it's going to be a great fight, y'all. It's truly going to be a great fight, a 50-50. And I do believe Andrade has the skill set to win this one. So we will see. And that's my final predictions for the main event. Now, for the co-main, honestly, I ain't really got too much to say. This dude Charlo missed weight, so we'll see if the fight happens. I was looking forward to the fight with him and Jose Benavidez Jr., but honestly, I just thought it was a favorable fight for Charlo because he was going to fight someone that wasn't going to box him or wasn't going to move. He was going to fight someone that was going to stand right in front of him. So I thought it was a favorable fight for Charlo to come back and to win. I don't think he was going to stop Benavidez Jr., but I do think he was going to win that fight. And we'll see, man. Not making weight. We'll see if the fight still happens. He's probably going to have to give up a big chunk of his purse, and we'll see if he wants to do that. But anyways, those are my final fight predictions right there. And I can't wait for tomorrow night. Hey, make sure y'all tune in. It's going to be fireworks. And, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all holiday, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the holiday. Anyways, stay up. And until next time.